What's up, everybody? You guys already know, man. I'm back. I don't talk about it, I stay about it. First and foremost, I need to give a shout out to all of my channel members, man. I really appreciate you guys. I need to give a shout out to my subscribers, my followers, people that's been interacting with my channel. Because of you guys that shared my channel amongst other folks out there and hit the hype button and did what you needed to do in your guys' behalf and your part. You guys helped me reach my goal mark. I've done past my goal mark, you know what I mean? And let's see where it takes me from here on, you know what I'm saying? Remember to tune in on Friday Night Live, baby. All is welcome to pull up. You know, all I ask is just to come with respect, you know. Don't talk about it, be about it. And for those of you that are in my comments trying to be racist, you're gonna get whacked. If there's a way where I could just block you permanently, it's gonna happen. I have zero tolerance for anything that pertains to racism. I do not participate in that because we are all part of the human life, okay? You guys need to learn to respect one another. This isn't the channel to come over here and try to stir stuff up like that because I'm not gonna co-sign none of that stuff. But anyways, people, this is a fitness channel with a twist, and today let's talk about the #1 most dangerous food in the world. And no, it's not fast food. It's not even table sugar or Cheetos or fried food, okay? Not even alcohol. You guys ready for this? Many people think this meal is actually healthy. It's been normalized because so many people do it, including myself growing up, but it destroys your liver faster than anything else I know. This common breakfast meal is basically a sugar bomb. You get this massive fructose overload, and it's pasteurized or cooked, so there's gonna be no nutrients in it. In fact, the vitamin C is added because heat kills vitamin C. But the type of vitamin C they're using is made from cornstarch and sulfuric acid. It has artificial flavors, artificial coloring, zero protein, so you're not going to be satisfied when you consume it. Of course, they're probably going to put some seed oil in there as well. The ingredients have been so altered, it no longer resembles its original structure. Now, your liver has to deal with all that. It has to convert it into fat, creating a fatty liver. The most dangerous food you can eat is, I know you guys have been waiting and probably wondering, come on, OG, you're rambling too much. Tell us what it is cereal. Cereal, and another one that you ain't going to believe, orange juice, people. Those are the worst for your overall health right there, okay? Now, anyways, with that being said, man, if you want to get started in your fitness journey, hit me up. It's High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Check this out, man. I forgot to put at the beginning of the video. We're talking about Mr. Blue Torta today, the fucking Blue Devil himself. My God, he looks terrible. You know what I mean? He locked himself in a room. He self-admitted to this stuff. He does not leave his studio. So obviously, the people that were making accusations about him living at his spot, I guess it is. You know what I mean? I mean, that's nothing new to me, you know what I mean? Me growing up, I've seen a lot of homies that started their businesses. They live at their businesses, you know what I mean? That's the way we had to do to go through the struggle to get ahead of the game, you know what I mean? So, hey, you can't knock the dude for doing that. If he stays in his fucking little cave, hey, so be it. I'm sure he has everything he needs right there other than a barber and his hygiene, because you're looking terrible, ma G. Hey, you need more than likely you're showering and shit, but you're looking scruffy. You got that unemployment look. You claim your barber's opened up a shop in Ontario. What's his name? G Barber, I believe his name is, and he does house calls to you. Hey, my boy, you need to come out your motherfucking cave and get some of that vitamin D, because you looking malnutrition. You're looking like you're deficient in a lot of different fucking, you know, vitamins and minerals. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this because I'm being sincere about it. You don't look very healthy. You know what I'm saying? If you righteously are doing that, and well, obviously you admitted to it. You said that you do that Ozempic and it costs you a rack a month. Man, I'm telling you, you should have just hopped aboard somebody's team. You know what I'm saying? Whether it would have been mine or the next one. I mean, I would have let you pull up. You know what I mean? And if you know, you could have came with a phony profile. You know what I'm saying? Or you could have just came up as you, and then we could, you know, put things into play, what needs to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? To squash some shit. But anyways, like I said in the past, and I'm going to tell you guys today, I'm not going to pursue this individual. You know, words were said, words were shot. He took shots. It is what it is. If we ever cross paths, obviously we'll probably never will cross paths, because he already says that he stays in his little his studio. You know, hey, there's other cats out there that do the same thing. You know what I mean? But some people draw more attention than others. So I'm not going to sit here and bash Mr. fucking Blue Torta. One thing I do and will agree upon, he doesn't have the burrito holsters no more. What I happen to notice, he has a taquito holster. But low key, I believe that taquito holster really isn't a taquito holster. What it is, it's a holster to hold his fucking Ozempic shot. I believe you have to inject those. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know much other than that they're very harmful for you. If you have a prolonged relationship with that Ozempic, it's going to clog up your intestines. It's going to turn them into cement. And then you're going to really be going through it. So anyways, Blue Devil, man, I caught a glimpse about him. He was speaking about Mr. Crip Mac and fucking Adam 22. It was a trip out on this, man. One thing I did notice when he was doing the reaction on this video, Mr. fucking, what's his name? Adam 16 or 22. He said, cuz, knock it off, cuz, hey, that's why I tell you right there that Mr. Crip Mac, he's not playing with the food deck. Pobrecito, you know what I'm saying? Because a righteous one, I don't think they would have agreed with Adam mocking the way they speak. But then too, Adam's got paper. A lot of cats, what people, like, what was that dude? I forget his name. Man, I can't think of his name. There was, man, this last time when I was in the county, this one cat used to sing, and I heard this song was badass. What people do for money, what people do for paper. I forget his name. And I got him on my library too. Because, you know, I'm international when it comes to music. And yes, I do ramble on. I just straight went off the subject, didn't I? But anyways, yeah, Blue Torta was giving fucking Crip Mac his props, but yet he's fucking pulling his covers, saying how stupid he was. In all reality, yes, it's very fucking foolish to make threats here on social media. For those of you that don't realize it, this social media is the ghetto news. Okay, ain't nobody watching fucking Channel 7, Channel 5, 2, 11, or 13 news anymore. Maybe white collar folks, but us broke folks, and I say that being comical about that, us folks down here, hood folks, in the gutters, in the trenches, this is our news right here. It's fucking crazy, and motherfuckers be telling on themselves every day, man. They don't realize that the social media has gotten the best of people. Like I said, I know some people on social media, they're heavy hitters on social media, but in real life, you know what I mean? They're just another cat, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, people change their whole personalities. And, you know, I really can't wait to run into this one fucking individual. I believe he was part of Haters World at one time before, the fat dude, the one that was walking around at all the car shows with bodyguards and shit like that. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention your name, but someone sent me a DM showing the DM that you had sent to him, and my name was in your mouth, my boy. Not one time did you ever show animosity towards me, because if I would have felt that when we're in that restroom right there, when we went to go use the restroom, I would have laid you out, homie. You know, trying to put a label on me like that. But I see the way you social media bandits do it, man. You try to label people and do, you know, put titles on people just to gain traction in your channel. And, you know, it's a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? I remember at the Adelanto show, you were the one that was calling me out right there. Come over here and do some burpees. Called me from the audience, and I went up there on the stage while I think it was MC Magic was performing, and I was busting down doing burpees. You know, if you know, you know who I'm talking about. I hope you reach out to me one day, G, because I do want to show you that DM, and you know, I'm going to let you explain why you said something like that. You know, this is old news. Like I said, I'm not going to pursue you or nothing like that. That's foolish. You know, it's unheard of. I got more important things in life than to be worried about that. But if we do cross paths, I will bring it to your attention. And I'm sure you got a logical explanation on what you did. You know, man, did I ramble off, huh? I went straight from fucking Blue Torta, his burrito holsters, to his taquito holster, to this individual that I'm not going to mention his name. Yeah, it's a trip. You know what I mean? People will they'll put on a fake ass smile, half smile, and they really, you know, I'm just gonna leave it as that, man. You know, at the end of the day, you know, all these motherfucking fakes and frauds, I've been calling it since day one. since I've been on this social media. You got to be aware of these motherfucking fakes and frauds. There's so many of them out there. There's so many that fucking low-key go out backwards in the social media world. They you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know, I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So far, we designated Monday and Friday for lives. I did a midweek pop-up yesterday, which was Wednesday. It wasn't too bad. But like I said, we're going to find our groove. We're going to find our point in the week where the lives work best. And that's when I'm going to pull up. You know what I mean? And like I said, on my lives, there's no topic off limit. As long as it doesn't bring me out of my comfort zone, I will elaborate on that. But once again, as a reminder, do not pull up to my yarda thinking that you're going to fucking be making racial slurs or comments. I'm going to whack you guys. You know what I'm saying? And if there's a way that I can whack you forever, I'll whack you forever. You won't be permitted to participate on my channel. You know what I mean? Because I do not participate. I do not co-sign racism. It's us as human beings. We have enough struggles in this world. Why do we need any more? You know what I mean? Learn to fucking coexist with one another and trust and believe. I was one of them persons that learned to coexist with individuals. You know, I was in that county jail fighting wars against the brothers. I'm straight up. You know what I mean? I'm not lying about it. We were at straight war with them. They separated us. You know, there was a point in time where they used to house us together. You know, sometimes shit would happen. They'd put me in a cell, and there would be like it would be a 6-man cell, and there'd be 12 motherfuckers in there, and it would be me and a resident, and we're in there with a bunch of brothers. You know how that it worked both ways. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they would stick a brother in with a bunch of homies. You know, that feeling is just it's a fucked up feeling. You know what I mean? Because what happens outside of them gates, it trickles down, and there's a domino effect. And if you're caught in there with a full load of the people that you're going against, who's going to get the worst at the end of the stick? Obviously, the one that's low in numbers. You know what I mean? And that's, for some reason, that's the way it was. But I went through them wars, and hey, I said a while back on one of my videos too, one of my worst enemies from the guy is he saved my ass because I accidentally wasn't paying attention and walked into the wrong tank during that time when we were at war with the brothers. But anyways, man, I did a whole lot of fucking rambling. Let's not forget, man, I'm a fitness coach. You guys want to get started in your fitness journey, hit me up. It's High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Now, with that being said, the ramble has to tap out, man, because I rambled way off the subject, huh? And Blue Torta, you need to come out of your motherfucking box, G, because you're looking rather funny. You know, it just doesn't look healthy. You're looking scruffy. You look a little bit like Gargamel. Yeah, but anyways, let's wrap it up, baby. Remember, Friday Live. Let's do this.
Yeah. It's Coach Pedro in the building. High Power Fitness. We don't talk about it, we be about it. West Coast vibes, real grind, real game. Let's go. Rolling up early, sun ain't even rise yet. Mindset locked in, goal set, no regrets. Weights clank loud like a war zone echo. Discipline the weapon, every rep is a death blow. From the struggle to the hustle, we built this empire. No shortcuts, just sweat, pain, and fire. Nutrition dialed in, body sharp like a blade. Mental game strong, never fold, never fade. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, hard in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, hard in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. No gimmicks, no fluff, just truth and grit. Every setback's a setup for a comeback hit. We break limits, crush vices, elevate the mind. High power's the movement, leave the weak behind. From the streets to the gym, it's the same mentality. Respect, loyalty, strength, that's reality. So if you're ready to transform, step in the zone. This ain't just fitness, it's a kingdom, a throne. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, hard in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. High power, we rise,